Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back here to review another episode of CBS's Big Brother Season 20, episode number 4. So let's just get down to this review. Pretty much Tyler is in a pretty comfy position at this point in the game because he's in an alliance, he's safe for next week, and everybody keeps running to him and telling him everything. And he's taking some of that information that he gets, or it could be more, most of that information that he gets, probably all of it, I'll just say that, and he's taking it back to level 6, but he's not taking the level 6 information and giving it to the Fouty Alliance. The one thing I love about being a fan of Big Brother and watching it at home is that we get to see so much of what's going on. Being a contestant in this game must be really, really tough because you only get to see what you see and you get information out of the mouths of other people from what they heard, allegedly, because sometimes people could be lying. But at this point, Tyler, he's doing fine in the game, and Tyler is happy with his HOH. He feels like it's smooth sailing. He's not going to get any blood on his hands. He's just worried about that power in play that Sam has, and she feels hopeful about that power app. She sees it as an ace up her sleeve, and she's going to remain mum about it. Fassi admits basically that he has the Amazon app, and Steve is bummed that he didn't get a power app, but he really, really wants to win the veto, and we saw how that worked out. Sam wants to tell Tyler about her power, and that's what she does, but she does it vaguely, and Tyler picks up on what she's saying, but he's also kind of confused, but he gets that she has something. He just doesn't know what type of power she has. Chris tries to convince Tyler to put up Angela as a replacement nominee. He's basically doing this because he doesn't want Bailey to go home because he and Bailey are in a showmance, and Bailey will end up being collateral damage if she's put on that block as somebody's replacement. The thing is, Tyler is not putting Angela up on that block because she's a part of level 6. So I don't even know why Chris keeps pushing this if it seems like Tyler's being a bit receptive about it. And he really, really is. And again, he's not here for Bailey being used as a pawn. Fassi got a Amazon delivery. He ate a bunch of ham, then got another one, and then he got sick, was in the bathroom with his head in the toilet vomiting, and another package arrived. Big Brother is just being extra this season. I'm loving it, man. Those advertisement dollars from Omarosa and the cast of CBS Celebrity Big Brother must have been huge. Huge. So we get a little segment about Chris and Bailey being in a showmance and them spending time with one another, and then Chris tells Bailey that she's going to be a possible replacement nominee. She tells us she feels betrayed and alone, and she feels like Swaggy's going to kick her to the curb if he sees her as a risk. Yeah, that's what happens with all of the showmances, which is one reason why I'm anti-showmance, because showmances are what they are. For the most part, people get used. A lot of girls end up getting voted out and get sent home, and they don't win. Rarely does it happen to the guys, but it has happened in the past. Showmances are like dead weight. You need to cut the dead weight. So when Chris tells Bailey that he has an idea that maybe they should go their separate ways in the game, Bailey is already upset. She's already emotional, and she ends up taking it to heart, thinking that Chris wants to break up with her. But no, he's kind of thinking, you know what, I should go my way, you should go your way, and then they won't target us for specifically being together. And I agree with him, they should split up and play their own games. Well, Bailey goes to Tyler and she starts crying. She's very emotional as she talks to him because she's upset. And I watched that whole scene on the app because I have the CBS All Access app, and she really poured her heart out to him, and he basically sweet talked her. And I don't want to say that as if like she's stupid or something. No, I mean like he was trying to mollify the idea of her being a pawn, if mollify is the correct word, meaning that he was telling her, you know what, you are the safest choice to stay. Nothing's gonna happen to you if you're nominated. He needs her to trust him. Honestly, I wouldn't trust him, but that's me, and I'm not in the game at this point, but I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. I wouldn't trust him. Once the idea of being put up as a replacement nominee or a pawn pops up, and it's an idea that was not brought to you and you find it from somebody else, red flag, red flag. So we get to the veto player pick scene, and Tyler chooses Swaggy C, and he's happy he got Swaggy C because he'll keep the nominations the same because Tyler got the house guest choice. Sam says she can only trust herself. She ended up picking Scotty. Scotty wants to save his friend Steve. Steve got house guest choice. He picked Fassie. And he said that Fassie is a competition beast and he will win the veto and will use it to save him. That's what Steve believes. That is not what happens. So Tyler is talking to Steve, and I think Swaggy and I think Faisal might be in the room, and someone else was in the room, I believe. Anyways, he's just like, worst case scenarios, Sam wins the veto, and then he's saying, you know what, Steve, Sam is the target. You have the numbers to stay. You're going to be safe. And Steve brings up the idea of putting up Angela to draw out the power app. He also starts talking as if he believes that Sam is the true target, and it gives me this impression that like Steve is not really believing the crap that's coming out of Tyler's mouth. Like Steve is still kind of worried, but he is going through the motions and acting as though he believes it, but in theory he does not. Or in reality, he does not. Tyler reveals to us, and you can pretty much see this on the app this week and in this past week as well, that Swaggy and his alliance tell Tyler everything, and Tyler takes that info and runs it back to his alliance. And Tyler tells everybody that's in the room with him, no matter what, Sam is going home. But you know that is a bold-faced lie because he and Sam are like this, and he is going to protect Sam any way that he can. Lies and deceptions, alternative facts. Sam is his mini showmance, possible showmance. He really likes Sam, so he's going to save her as best that he can. Faisal wins the veto. Let me tell you, that competition was a hot mess. As I said before, those advertising dollars that CBS received from CBS Big Brother Celebrity must have been gigantic. Because that veto competition had snakes, ice baths, paintball, electricity, and a mixture of slop and soda, which sounded disgusting. It just completely upped the ante for me as a Big Brother super fan, because every year it seems like these competitions become more and more intense, and I feel like if there was a limit to the intensity, Big Brother is now officially like right up here with that. Fessy was killing it throughout that entire competition. He told Tyler that if he wins the veto, he's keeping the nominations the same. Steve hoped that Fessy would save him because he chose Fessy to play in the competition with him. But Fessy decided not to use the veto, but not before a Amazon delivery arrived. On a side note, that ham is vegan ham. I've eaten vegan foods before. Vegan foods are fine. I mean, they're not very flavorful, but they're fine. Like, I've had different vegan dishes and stuff. But if you keep having something over and over and over again, it's definitely going to make you sick and run to the toilet and vomit. But anyway, after Fessy swallowed one nice bite of the vegan ham, he decided to reveal that he was not going to use the veto, which I think was a very good idea. And somebody will probably say, how was that a good idea, Sage Valentine? It was a good idea because there's no blood on his hands, so he can sit back and chill. He doesn't have to worry about one of the replacements coming after him, and he wanted to make sure that Bailey, his alliance member, was safe, and Bailey's safe. Steve is upset, but he feels confident that he is safe. I don't believe that Steve feels confident that he is safe. I believe that Steve is trying to put on this air that he feels confident that he is safe, but in reality, Steve is, as he said before, working a little magic, doing some damage control, trying to stay. Bailey is happy. She said Queen Bey, I believe that's what she called herself, is here to stay. Sam is worried because the veto wasn't used, and she doesn't want to use her bonus life as of yet, but I think that she better get ready because she's probably going to end up having to use that bonus life power from the app that she received. Just so you know, Falte, that alliance that includes Rockstar, Fessy, and Swaggy, and I forgot who else was in it. Kaitlyn was in it, but there's a whole situation going on with Kaitlyn, so it feels like Kaitlyn is going over towards level 6. Yeah, they're called level 6. Falte wants to save Steve. Level 6 wants to save Sam. So it's going to be a very interesting live eviction tomorrow, and I will be paying close attention to the live feeds. As for the situation involving Rachel and Angela, I heard about it. I saw the post from TMZ and from a Hollywood Reporter on Facebook. CBS seems to have handled it, but honestly, I'm not surprised that those two said what they said. For the past 4 or 5 seasons, a lot of questionable, offensive comments have been said in the Big Brother house, more so than other seasons. I think a lot of times the house guests come in and they become comfortable and they lower their guards and they say things that are very offensive, and it just kind of rolls off the tongue and they go on, but I don't think that they realize how many people are watching the feeds or paying attention to the feeds. So social media is pretty much roasting those two. I honestly am just like, I'm not surprised. It is what it is. But let me know what you all thought of episode 4, the situation with Rachel and Angela, Sam, Chris. Who's your favorite player? Leave me some comments here because I really, really want to know. But you all take care. And I'll be back to review the live eviction episode tomorrow. I can't wait to watch it because I know it is going to be wild, because so far this season is probably the wildest, and as people on Tumblr say, it is cracked, and these competitions are cracked, and the fact that Big Brother decided to electrocute some of the veto players, yeah, like I said, Big Brother upped the ante and then some. But you all take care. I will be back tomorrow. Love you all. Bye, guys. Bye.